Oh, the wide receivers bringing us back inside Auto Nation All Access. ESPN senior writer Jeff Legwold joining us this evening. Leggy, your big takeaways from the first 4 days of camp.
Michael, I think you got to look at just how Vic Fangio's running things. I mean, it's sort of a turn back the clock camp. This looks really familiar to how Mike Shanahan ran camps, even before when I first started covering the league. Coaches like Chuck Noll ran camps. It's movement from drill to drill. There's very little downtime. He's practiced long. They've gone almost 3 hours in some of those practices from beginning to end. So, I mean, it's really a throwback camp, simple, to the point. Here's what we're going to do. And then beyond that, I think Joe Flacco is far and away the team's best option at quarterback. And if people didn't think that before, they better think it now, because it's very clear right away.
Is that a comment on Joe Flacco, or is that a comment on the guys behind him, obviously Kevin Hogan, and then, of course, the second-round pick, Drew Lock?
I think it's more a comment of this is a difficult offense not only to defend, but it's a difficult offense to learn, which is why more people don't run it. Its success rate is unquestioned in the league. I know defensive coordinators that say this scheme is the most difficult to defend of any when it's done well. However, it's complicated. There's a lot of timing to it, and steps matter. You have to hit the right steps at receiver, quarterback, running back, and it's very difficult to learn that quickly. And you're seeing now the benefits of Joe Flacco's 11 seasons in the league and his experience in this scheme, which is exactly why they traded for him.
Anytime there's a quarterback taken in either the first 2 rounds, maybe even rounds 3, 4, and 5, he's going to come with a lot of hype. Vic Fangio said the other day, and I'm paraphrasing here, Drew Lock's like a baseball pitcher who hasn't quite mastered the art of being a pitcher just yet. What have you seen out of Lock, and would the Broncos be wise to keep him on the sidelines for as long as possible?
I think their recent history, I mean, their last experience with a first-round pick in Paxton Lynch, my belief is Lynch saw the field too early, and it was to his detriment as a player, and he still hasn't really recovered from that experience. And, you know, the Broncos part ways with him. They move on. So I think they're taking a very patient approach, and I think this is a planned thing. Because Drew Lock played in a spread offense, and he's being asked to do many things that were not in that spread offense at Missouri. And Vic Fangio even said this week that he even used the phrase, it may take a couple years. Mm-hmm. So they're taking a very patient approach. Elway said it after the draft. They've said it all through camp. They've been consistent. So I think all of the swirl about Lock is coming from the outside. On the inside, they're taking a wait-and-see approach because they believe Flacco fits the offense and gives them the time and the insurance they need to make sure they do this quarterback prospect, develop him correctly, because the Lynch experience is still hanging over the building.
Who are some notable names that people should be watching that may be on the bubble as this preseason continues?
Well, I don't think it's a bubble in terms of a roster, but if you're looking for guys who are going to get challenged, I think Garett Bolles leads the way at left tackle. They've been very high on Elijah Wilkinson, and you have a new coaching staff. And anytime there's a new coaching staff, you have to watch certain players who haven't played to their expectations. He's one of them. I think Sua Cravens, another veteran player, is going to have a hard time fighting for a roster spot. There isn't much room in that defensive backfield. I think those 2 guys you have to watch. Again, they've been very complimentary of Elijah Wilkinson at left tackle. I bet we see a lot of him in the preseason as they make these decisions. And Bolles is going to have to hold his ground, and he's going to have to be more consistent to do it.
A lot of stuff going on, and we're only 4 days in. Of course, all of this leading up to the regular season opener, but the preseason opener just a couple days away in Canton, Ohio, when they take the field against the Atlanta Falcons on August 1st. Leggy, as always, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.